All right. Thank you very much for taking time out to watch this video. Just before I go ahead to walk you through the products, the Unbox inventory products, I would like to talk about the company briefly. That's Sales Unbox. And Sales Unbox is a SaaS business. We're a SaaS company. We build software for businesses, but particularly our target focus is businesses within the retail space. So businesses that have high volume inventory, that have working customers, that sell product on a daily basis. If you fall into that category, if you're a pharmacist, a supermarket, a mini market, you sell stuff, you'll find one of our products very useful for your business. We have two products that are live now. One is the Sales Unbox Commerce, where businesses that sell online can use our product to get a website, automate order management and deliveries, along with discount coupons, invoices for their customers. And then we also have this Unbox inventory, which is catered to businesses that have physical products, large inventory, both in the warehouse and in their store. Businesses like pharmacies and fast moving goods, supermarket like Spar, Boku, and the likes, they'll find this product very useful to automate their sales. And I must mention that we have onboarded over 5,000 businesses since we started 2 years ago, and we are fast growing into automating processes for the retail businesses. So I would run us through the Unbox inventory, which is like the demonstration I'm about to do. And please feel free to reach out to us at any time if you have questions. So the dashboard is the first entry point where the business owner, the manager, can see quick insight about their business. So from total product to total sales to orders to customers to recent sales to alerts to some quick actions, recent orders, and blog posts, because we also educate managers and businesses on recent trends on how to improve their sales within the company. So the bulk of this product starts with inventory, which is what I will be demoing to us. So this particular store has its currency in US dollars. We are multi-currency by default. So depending on your currency, right, you can find Sales Unbox ready to use. I'll show us where all of that setting is done in a bit. So the inventory gives you an overview of some quick stats, and then you can also manage categories. So categories of different products, and you can create them here. It's just a quick create button, and that's pretty much it. Then we have products where you can, or where you see all your product, your stock. You can also add inventories manually. You can upload an Excel sheet. You download the template, you upload it, and it just mass imports all the products for you without having to do that manually. You can also add inventories to the bad inventory in case any of the products go bad. You can also transfer inventories across several locations. So we have a menu where you create all the locations. So if you're a store that have multiple locations, you don't have to create two different accounts or three different accounts. You can have one single account and manage all the operations from that's from a single dashboard. So it gives you that flexibility. So you can transfer inventories to locations. You can also transfer inventories to the bad inventory session. And you can also filter by date, by categories, all the inventories that you have. So I will just quickly add a quick inventory. Since we already have detergent as a category, I will just add Good Mama. So let's say the cost price is 500 or 5,000 and selling price is 7,000. So I put in the barcode, then I put in the quantity. Let's say we have 1,000 pieces. Then we have unit or pack. So depending on what the inventory, so if it's pack, you will be asked to put in the unit price and number of units. I'll just leave it as units. You select the category, you select the store location, then you put a low stock alert. So this is at what quantity of the product will you like to be alerted that, oh, you need to restock. So I'll just put 20, I'll put an expiry date, let's say 2028. Then I can select a warehouse or select a vendor that brought it, but I'll just make it very easy. So this inventory is created now and it shows up right here. Then I can go ahead to sell this inventory. So you can add as many inventory as you want. Once you add them, you're able to see all the inventories show up there. Then you can sell a product. So all the products that you have would show up right here. And then I can just select the one I want. So um, I have Viva for this particular session. You can also have several sessions because at its checkout point, you have customers that may want to do a transfer. So rather than wait for them, you can create a new session. So that way you can easily navigate across several customers based on the queue. So you don't have to wait for one customer to be done before you go to the next. As our system is that proactive. So I'll just sell Viva $6,000, which is rather high, and Good Mama $7,000. All right, so I'll check out this. It shows the costs. You can also calculate your tax. So there's a settings where tax is calculated. If you enable multi-currency in your store, once you set them up, it will show up here. If you also enable points, so for customers that are frequent customers, you may want to incentivize them by giving them points, which they can use to reduce the cost of their products. So if we apply it, it will reduce the costs based on the points settings, which I will show you again. And then you can mark this as paid. You can send it to the customer's email. So you can also, our system is that interactive. Customers can receive payment as long as you have put in the customer details, or you can just go ahead to complete this payment. So this is done. And if I come to the sales history, it will show up here. This is the particular payment. It shows all the details. I can also print again. I can send as receipt, or I can issue as a refund, which would show that that particular product was a refund, and it will recalculate all the stock back. Then I can also create an order. So if you run a business where you get online orders and what have you, you can easily do that here. You select from a list of customers, you put in the address, you put in the order priority, select the product, and then you can go ahead to check out this particular product and it will show as part of your orders. So um, locations is where you create multiple locations. So I can create a new location here based on the number of store. I can also create a vendor. So very easy as well. I can say Shegun Deliveries or Shegun Limited. Put Shegun Shegun Co. Put in his address. Put in Shegun's email. Then all these other ones are optional. So just create Shegun. And what the beauty about that is that when you're adding an inventory, right, you can now select Shegun. So I must put in a quantity and I'm just put one. I can now select Shegun from the list of vendors. So that's about the vendor. Then all your customers, you can add them here. You can put in your customers again so that, especially for orders, this is very important for orders as well. So you can put in a customer information here. Then as you also put in customers, so when you want to give them loyalty points, where because you can select a customer here, so it will just apply to the customer. So the reason is because you may want to create incentive for your customers to continue to patronize your store or your business. So that provision is here. Then we have provisions for your staff where you can easily create a new staff. So you can design all your staff, you can add them on the products. So you put in their name, their details, give them a role. Then I will show us where this rule is being set up such that once they come in again, the staff will not have access to all of this. So, for example, if you give a particular POS operator just a POS role, the only thing they'll be able to do is only POS, where they'll see all the products and they can sell, which is like a typical use case. Or you want to give the store or the warehouse manager like inventory, where they can access the inventory, all of that you can do. But this is where you create staff, you create all their staff, all the staffs here. And then when you want to see roles, so we can create new roles here. So for example, I can create a storekeeper and I give him only access to inventory and save. So once a storekeeper is given this role, the only thing he'll be able to do is inventory, just to manage inventory and what have you. Then we have reports, which is useful for the manager. You can see reports of all sales made over a period of time. So let me just show us that now. You can even trickle it down to if you want to just see reports of report made by staff. So let me just load the reports. So the report will show here and you can export it to Excel. So you can use this for reconciliation purpose. You can also do other reports and report for inventory, report for orders, report for customers and what have you. Then we have analytics where you're able to see sales over a period of time. So this just gives you insight into sales. Then we have this product performance as well that shows you your top performing products, and customer insights where you see new customers and some basic insights. Then our product has good audit trail where you are also able to see all audits of users' activities carried out within the application. So that way, yeah, rest assured that um, users will not tamper with the system. The system already has a timestamp of activities carried out. Then our system is also API enabled, where if you have other systems and you may want it to pick data from this system, so you can use the system as your source of truth for your inventory data, and then you can have other systems that will connect to it. So the way it works is that you create a API key. So I can create a test API key and give it access to what it can do. So I can give it access to inventory. And so what that happens now is that you can restrict, you can edit. Then when I come back to dashboard, you are able to also see those endpoints to call, right? Integrations is still upcoming because we're working on integrations with some other softwares. But if you have specific softwares that you would like to integrate with, please let us know. Then we have settings where you're able to see settings about the business. You see the active currencies, your default currencies. You can also change your password or delete your account, which like we put danger zone. You can see your subscriptions as well. So you you see all your subscription plans. You can also renew your subscription, and you can renew your subscription based on the plan you want. My network is okay. So you can select from you can renew your subscription, or you can select from list of plans that we have available. Then let me go back. Then you can set your loyalty points here. So you can set, okay, once someone spends also amount, this is the point that you will be awarded. So that way, all point users will be awarded points based on how they spend, and you can set the points to expire after a while if they don't use it. Then we have payment method and taxes where you create all your payment method, and then you can enable tax here, right? So that once the business pays, the tax will be enabled. You can also set up your email configurations here. So if you want customers to get emails based on action carried out, you can do that here. And you can also set a general low stock alert so that once a product hits that threshold, you get alerted, whether it's the stock or the expiration that is there. And then you can see our support call here if you need support. So that's a run through. I know the more bulk of it will be on this inventory, the POS, and the orders. And this our system already caters for it. So you can easily store your inventories, and then you can also track sales made within the organization. Please feel free to let us know if there are other specific needs you are looking forward to seeing, because this particular subscription is not the enterprise one. So there are some other menus that are hidden. Just we want this demo to be as minimalistic as possible so that I don't bore you with other features. So if you have specific needs, please reach out to us and we'll be willing to assist. So that's it for the demonstration. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. Take care.